What's going on, everyone? So the Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Phoenix Suns, helping the Lakers mightily. This was a very good day for the Lakers and the standings. Not only did the Phoenix Suns lose to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Phoenix Suns have the hardest schedule the rest of the way in the NBA. That's very good. But also, the Boston Celtics absolutely just demolished the Warriors. Unbelievably bad. And then the Dallas Mavericks actually lost to the 76ers, who have just been on like a free fall ever since the Joel Embiid injury. So those are three teams that the Lakers desperately need to start losing some games so they can get caught up and catch up in the standings. Now, Lakers still are the 10th seed behind the Golden State Warriors. Well, they're tied with the Golden State Warriors as far as games back. But they have one more win in the win column. But the reason they're behind the Warriors is they have one more loss in the loss column. They're 33-29. Warriors are 32-28 on the season. But the Warriors also have one of the easiest schedules in the league. So that's going to be tough. But Dallas, we are now 1.5 games back of the Dallas Mavericks, who are on a 2-game losing streak. The Phoenix Suns are on a 2-game losing streak. And that puts us at 2.5 games back of the Phoenix Suns and the Sacramento Kings for 6th and 7th seed, and then we're 3.5 games back of the New Orleans Pelicans for the 5 seed. So we're right there, still in the grind, but we got to start rattling off some wins. The Lakers play the Thunder. Lakers need to take advantage of the Thunder tomorrow, really do need to kind of right the ship in that regard. Right, get back on track to winning, take advantage of the Thunder playing a tough back-to-back, first going to Phoenix and having to play in Phoenix in a hard-fought game. Now you got to go to LA, play the Lakers at home after a game in which we just lost to the Denver Nuggets. Right? The Thunder we've matched up well against, we've beaten numerous times already. Got to go in there and got to beat them again. You're at home, take advantage of this home stretch that you have, take advantage of a team. The Thunder probably not as affected by a back-to-back game as they would, say an older team. But still, right, there is wear and tear that goes into a back-to-back. There is just the Lakers' size and physicality that has been a problem for the Thunder in recent years. If you look at what the Suns did on the glass to the Thunder, right? I mean, you had Nurk. He had himself a game. 31 rebounds, 14 points, 31 rebounds. I need not necessarily 31 rebounds from Anthony Davis, but I do need a very good, very dominant game from AD. LeBron James, he cleared the 40K, on the all-time scoring record. Good. Now let's get back to winning some basketball games here. Let's get back to just taking the focus off of, here goes another, accolade for LeBron, which is great, right? I love that we're alive to witness the greatness and history that we are able to see, right? Say it all the time. However you feel about LeBron, appreciate it while you have it, because you're seeing something that we may never see again in our lifetimes, maybe even ever. So appreciate it. Take it in, enjoy it while you can. But it'll be good now to just kind of get the focus back onto, hey, let's get some basketball here. Let's go rattle off some wins, right? We got a tough schedule still on the horizon. Got 20 games left. Got to win, in my opinion, 12. I think at least. I would like more, but if you can go 12-8 the rest of the way, I think that'd be enough. Give you 45 wins. I think that should get you at least into the top 8. Maybe even with tiebreakers, because the Lakers do have the tiebreakers against the Phoenix Suns, the Pelicans, teams like that. If you beat the Warriors twice, you beat the Kings twice, then now you have tiebreakers over them. You win those games, I think the Lakers could just, due to tiebreakers, end up in the 6th seed, which would be nice, right? But got to right the ship against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then you got the Kings right after. You cannot afford to lose to the Kings. Play the Kings twice. Out of all the games coming up, right? Obviously, we need to win more than just Sacramento and Warriors, but that Kings game on the 6th, the Kings game on the 13th, the Warriors game on the 16th, and then the Warriors game on the 9th and the Pelicans game on the 14th. Those are the games that the Lakers, I don't care. They have to figure it out. They have to win those games. Have to. So you're talking, basically 5 games bare minimum that they have to win. And then, you beat the bad teams, right? Let's say you win those 5 games and you beat the Thunder. There's 6 wins. You got teams like, the Hawks and the Pacers and the Nets and the Grizzlies. There's another 5. You got teams like the Raptors and the Wizards who are going to pack it in at that point. Teams like the Grizzlies again. So the Lakers could very well get to 12 plus wins, especially if they win those games. So you got to win those games. But also, this is what's very frustrating to me about the Lakers losing to the Phoenix Suns. Because to me, that was a game that was an absolute must win, and the Lakers just didn't win it. Because if the Lakers win that game, right, now the Phoenix Suns would be 34-27, and you're basically a game and a half back. You beat the Thunder. Right now, you're basically only a game back of the Phoenix Suns because of the loss column. That's all it would be. And Phoenix has the toughest schedule the rest of the way. Now, Phoenix, on top of having the toughest schedule, Devin Booker, he's dealing with some injuries. So see how long that keeps him out. He didn't play in the Thunder game. But, it's just, this was a good example of why these games and why I stress so much beating Sacramento, beating the Warriors is so important. Right? You lose to the Warriors. Yes, we have the same games back as the Warriors, but we don't have that cushion, and the Warriors have an easier schedule. They've played 2 fewer games, but there are fewer games in the loss column. You can't make up the losses, but you can make up the wins. So all the Warriors have to do is just essentially keep pace. And then if they win those games or those 2 games against the Lakers, now the Lakers are in huge trouble. So Lakers have to take these just conference teams that are ahead of us much more serious and get these wins. I love that we beat the Pelicans. That was great. But as much as I enjoy beating the Clippers and, as much as it would have been nice to beat the Nuggets, which it really would have, and even the Thunder, it would have been very nice if we beat the Thunder tomorrow. Those games just aren't as significant. Obviously, every game at this point, I want to be very clear about this, every game at this point is significant. Every game, in my opinion, to a level is a must-win. But there are hey, it would be really great to win this game. And then there's no, we absolutely, undoubtedly need to win this game. And that Pelicans, those 2 Kings games, and the 2 Warriors games are the games that we cannot afford to lose. You just can't, because we're trying to catch these teams, and we have tiebreakers, right? But we need to get tiebreakers over teams like the Kings. But Sacramento right now, we're 2.5 games back of Sacramento, right? We win both of those games, we're right there. Now it's just us keeping pace the rest of the way. Now it's just us finishing with a similar record, right? And then hopefully they drop a game somewhere else, right? That is what we're hoping for as we move forward. And then again, you beat the Warriors, you get 2 full games. Right now we're even, we're at the same pace. You get those 2 games. Not only do you have the tiebreaker, but you have a kind of 2-game cushion and lead. So now that's 2 teams. So now best case scenario for those teams would be that they would finish 9th or 10th. Right, if the Lakers handle their business and they do their business. Best case for the Lakers is that they could potentially get into the 6th seed if they finish the same record with the Suns and maybe the Pelicans. Well, then now it's okay, here we go. Right, so that's the idea. The Lakers need to handle business. You got to get back on track with a win over the Oklahoma City Thunder. You get that win, then you go and you play Sacramento, which again, you're at home. You beat Sacramento. That's 2-game win streak. Now we're at 35 wins, 29 losses. So we're 6 games over 500. And then you start going into some of those tougher matchups. And at that point, you just got to kind of weather the storm, right? You win those games. You just got to win probably 10 or 11 more games the rest of the way if you go get the Thunder game and the Kings game, right? Obviously, I would love to just go on a massive stretch, right? The Nuggets, for whatever reason, Denver just seems to have our number. It's frustrating, but they just do. They're just better than us. And it sucks. Part of it, I believe, is absolutely mental, but They just have been better than us. But all the other teams, I believe we could beat. And it would be so nice to just rattle off like a huge stretch here and just beat the Thunder, the Kings, the Bucks, the Timberwolves, the Kings, the Warriors, right? Can we go on like a 5 or 6 game win streak here? And you beat the Kings and the Warriors, or even if, like, let's say you beat the Thunder, the Kings, let's say you drop the game to the Bucks. Okay, well then beat the Timberwolves, the Kings, and the Warriors. Like, if you could do something like that to where it's like you just won 5 out of your last 6, if you count the Nuggets game, 5 out of your last 7, then that's perfect. That's the kind of pace I think we need to keep the rest of the way. Luckily, after we get past that Warriors game on the 16th, the schedule does kind of lighten up a bit. You got like the Hawks, the Sixers, the Pacers, the Bucks, which would be tough especially because you're playing in Milwaukee. But then you got like the Grizzlies, the Pacers again, the Nets, and then to round out April, you got the Raptors, the Wizards, the Cavs, Timberwolves, the Warriors, Grizzlies, and Pelicans. Right, so you do have a lot of like very winnable games for after you clear that Warriors game. So hopefully we can make a push, but I don't want to I'm not bringing that to attention to say like, okay, well then we can just afford to lose a couple games here. No, like every game is crucial. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? You excited that we were able to kind of get a leg up today? No, we still, again, have to do our job, have to do our part. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.